Hello everyone, today I'll be persuading and giving reasoning as to why you should use safety not only in your workplace but in every aspect of your life as well. All it takes is one careless mistake to put yourself or one of your coworkers in danger and possibly ending one's life or injuring someone bad enough to where they are not able to work and provide for their family as they did before. Mostly everyone has been put into a situation to where they know the right way and the safe way to do something, but there's always an easier way or shortcut out to get the job done faster that creates some type of possible injury or hazard. In my life, I've had my fair share of possible avoided injuries that would have been easily avoided if I would have just done it the correct way instead of trying to make things easier and turn to the shortcut way. The purpose of my speech is to persuade my audience that taking that extra step in safety will be worth it in the long run. Most companies take safety very seriously, but there is always a faster way to complete a task that could put yourself in danger without thinking about the worst outcome. And it can lead to you injuring yourself, costing your company money, and possibly hurting your future, so you should train yourself for these situations. Most companies are really big into drilling safety into their employees' work habits. With safety being a big deal, most companies spend thousands of dollars on personal protective equipment because that little amount will protect all of the workers from injuries and having to pay their employees' medical bills. If one was to get hurt and if one was to get hurt and could also save them from having to find someone to take their place until they are able to return. According to Grandview Research, an average of $8 million will be spent on personal protective equipment and will be increasing to $16 million by 2024. Hopefully, in the future, I will be working at a chemical plant, and if I were to make one wrong move, it could not only affect me, but it could affect everyone around me and put their life in danger. In gas plants, they are very strict about your safety, and that might take a lot of getting used to because I have made a habit of not using safety rules at work, and it has caused me an injury or two. Daily Breeze magazine stated that an explosion at Chevron plant in El Segundo was because a pump had struck fire and was missed by an operator when he was rushing through his rounds, instead of taking his time to make sure everything was running smooth and normal. Personally, I know the feeling of wanting to be off work and headed home, but in situations like this, you should always pay attention to the little things that could lead to such a big issue, because luckily no one was hurt, because all it takes is one situation like this for someone not to be able to make it home because of the short way out. When you get injured on a job site, it will cost your company more money than they had intended to spend on you because of workman's comp and paying someone to take your place. According to fitsmallbusiness.com, if you get injured to where you have to miss a day or days of work, your company is required to pay you workman's comp, which is around $18 for every $100, depending on the job and the risks that come with it. In most cases, where companies are labor based and there's a lot of hands on work, the chances of a worker getting hurt are much higher than that of an office job because you are working around large machinery and not just working at a desk. The CDC Foundation stated that workers' illnesses and injuries cost employers $225.8 million annually. Honestly, that is way too much to spend because of a simple mistake. This is a fact that everyone should keep in mind whenever wanting to take the easy way out of their job. Sometimes an incident can occur and it can often affect the rest of your life, so you should be mentally and physically prepared to know what to do and how to react if there were a situation like this to happen. And you should know the consequences on the extent of the injury. If you're out of work for over a month, bills can add up and they must be paid, obviously. Always make wise choices when handling work business and never put yourself or others in a situation to where if something were to happen, they will not be able to pay their bills. According to Cron.com, when you are working in a work environment where it is easy for an explosion or fire to occur, taking the Firewatch program course will be worth it in the long run. You will know what can and cannot happen around a fire and you will know how to control the consequences around it. With all of this being said, your workplace does not affect your laziness or hurry to get home. Never take the easy way out of things that could cause any type of hazard, because you're not wanting to hurt yourself, but it can also hurt others as well. Most jobs are very good about safety and avoiding employee lawsuits, so always take that extra step in safety to make sure that your work day and everything else runs smooth and nobody gets hurt.